Hey everybody, it's Dusti Martin with Corcoran Platinum Living, dropping in to give you your monthly market update for the city of Scottsdale for November 2021. It is currently November 3rd, so buckle up, let's go. All right, so our active listings are down actually 50% over this time last year. Now that might seem like a lot and like, oh, we're in a shift. Yeah, maybe, kinda. But our sold listings are only down 27.9%, and we've actually sold more homes for our fiscal 2021 than we did in 2020. So yes, we're slightly less than we were this month last year, but in terms of comparing it to a normal market, we're still way above where we would normally be for the amount of active listings and sold listings. So let's just jump right down to our median price per square foot. We're sitting at about $354.72 per square foot in Scottsdale. We're looking at a median price per square foot that is up over 29% over this time last year. Again, that is a huge, huge gain. It is not normal, so we're still in a crazy hot seller's market despite being slightly less than we were last month. And then our months of supply is also down 30.7% over this time last year. We're currently sitting at 1.08 months of supply. As we go into our cooler months, our snowbirds have arrived or are still arriving. We're going to see that that number. I think we're going to be seeing pressure on that market, trying to move it even further downward. We're going to see upward prices and pressure on the market with lowering inventory is my guess. Our months of supply is at 1.08 months, and then our median days on market is only at 27 days on market. So considering an average transaction is about 30 days, that still means there's a lot of fast moving loans and a lot of cash deals happening in Scottsdale. So our median days on market is actually down 27% over this time last year. So if you think things were hot last year, they're even hotter now. All right, so let's move over to our months of supply. So we are looking at different price points. We're going to skip over the $0 to $100,000 price point. There just was no inventory, therefore there was nothing to sell and nothing to calculate. Then we get to our $100,000 to $200,000 price point. There was only 4 of those, 6 sold, so 4 new came on the market and then 6 sold. That put us at a 0.67 months of supply, so just over 2 weeks. Then we're looking at 200 to 300. Almost the same, 0.63. Then we get to the $300,000 to $500,000 price range, and we are at 0.7. So not quite 3 weeks of supply. Still, that's crazy hot because anything under 4 months, keep in mind, is a seller's market. And the closer you get to 0, the hotter that seller's market gets. Then the $500,000 to $700,000 price range, we're at 0.86, so just over 3 weeks, but not quite a month. Very similar with the $700,000 to $1 million price range at 0.81. So again, more than 3 weeks, less than 4. And then we get to the $1 to $3 million price range, and we're at 1.4 weeks of supply. So just over 5 weeks, not quite 6 weeks worth of inventory. For that price point, that is like the best place you could possibly be. And then we get to the $3 million and over price point. We're at 5.74. That's a big difference compared to the other price points, but you have to remember that buyer pool is traditionally much smaller than the other buyer pools. So to put it in perspective, at 6 months, you would be at an even stable market. So if you have a higher end home over the $3 million mark in Scottsdale, you're more in an even stable market. But to put that in perspective, this time last year, we had a 10.31 supply of homes over $3 million in Scottsdale, which was far inside a buyer's market. So we've had a big shift in that market in the seller's favor. At least things are more even and stable, and that sellers can expect to have a deal that favors the buyers less in this market. If you have any questions what your home might sell for in today's market, go ahead and give me a call at 480-717-9405 or visit my website at dustimartinrealtor.com.